Richardson out on the break, and it's good!
Looking for Webb. 3. Bang! With 4 points. Banzamuna.
Eureka College Basketball is brought to you by City Blue Technologies in Peoria, an Epson dealer serving Central Illinois with sustainable office printing solutions. Potter Rentals in Gilman, Illinois, owned and operated by Ernie and Barb Folkers Potter, both Eureka College class of 1965. By Heartland Bank and Trust. Randy Begole, your State Farm agent in Peoria, Eureka College class of 1994. And by Kirby Foods in Metamora.
And welcome back to another broadcast here on ECTV. Cream Burnett with my broadcast partner, Matthew Swan. Today, the Red Devils host here at the Dave Darnell Court, the Westminster Blue Jays, an interconference matchup. This will be the second conference matchup here for the Red Devils. They are 1-0 in conference play, despite the 2-7 record on paper. As we mentioned, 1-0 is undefeated, looking to stay undefeated here as they take on the Blue Jays, who lost their first conference matchup versus Principia. The Red Devils have been led all season by junior guard Jackson Provost, who had 26 points in our last game out. That was a loss versus St. Francis, an NAIA school. Matthew, Jackson has been on fire all season. He's been doing his thing. We talk about him nearly every game, but I want to switch things up. Let's talk about the others. What we need from the other guys to step up in order to try to stay undefeated in conference play.
Yeah, like you said, I think these other guys, there's a lot of worth on this Red Devils team. Ben Carter, one of the names, he's been around for a while. He's a senior. Yeah, he had 10 points in that St. Francis game. Also, Coker as well. He's been really heating up from behind the arc. I think he had 2 triples, 6 total points. And, it's going to be important for these guys to step up because we say it so much. Provost, as good as he is, you want to see other players distribute as well.
Absolutely. We were discussing Micah Brewer last game out. Didn't really have his shot going how he wanted to. We know he's known for his three-point shooting, but maybe want to see a little more diversity in his game. What are some things you're looking for from Micah Brewer today? Yeah, definitely the three-point shooting. We know he has it. He just has yet to show it this season. And one of the other factors of his gameplay that he's really good at is his dribbling. He knows how to control the basketball really well, so he can maybe use that to his advantage, get around defenders, drive to the basket, all the simple things you need to be able to score. And I think that's something Eureka's really going to have to be reliant on, especially if they want to stay undefeated in the conference. Let's switch tracks right here and talk about Westminster for a bit. They're led by their guard, Walker Goring, senior guard, averaging over 15 points per game. We know he's a slashing guard and aggressive guard. He also likes to pick up 94 and put a lot of pressure on the ball defensively. And he has a nice mid-range game as well. What we need to do to slow down Goring tonight and Westminster as a whole? Yeah, pretty much just pick up that intensity. We're going to need these guys to be on their A game. And there is, unlike the women's team, there is a lot of depth on this Eureka team. And, whether that means keeping your star players in, maybe subbing some guys out, putting guys that don't have a lot of experience in. But I feel like doing that will, be a good thing for Eureka and kind of throw Westminster off their guard a little bit. Absolutely, Matthew. And we've known it's been a struggle so far for the Red Devils this season. We mentioned it earlier, 2 for 7, but 1 for 0 in conference play. What will the Red Devils need to do to kind of build that camaraderie and build that confidence? We seen this in the team last year. They started off kind of bad, and then around this time, close to winter break, they went on a four-game winning streak. What we kind of need to do to duplicate that, not just in today's game, but going further as we have a long season ahead of us. Yeah, well, first off, I think something people don't realize is that this is a very good Eureka team. On paper, it doesn't look like it, but they are good, and their biggest struggle has been protecting with glass, getting the rebound. So if they do want to win this ball game, that's what they're going to have to work on. And, Jackson Provost, we say it so much, he's a good offensive player, but he is also very steady in the front court. So we're going to rely on him, some of the taller guys as well. Like I said, Ben Carter, Coker, all the guys to be able to control the basketball, protect the glass, and limit those second chance opportunities. Absolutely, Matt. That's all we have here for today. For basketball coverage, we'll begin shortly right here on ECTV.
State Farm helps make renters insurance simple. Our agents are dedicated to understanding your needs to help you choose the right coverage.
Call State Farm agent Randy Begole in Peoria today.
With State Farm Home Insurance, you can get the help you need from a local agent if things get complicated, and from our easy-to-use app whenever you need it.
Call State Farm agent Randy Bagoli in Peoria today.
Discover your perfect getaway in beautiful Prescott, Arizona. Your home away from home at Prescott Canyon Estates, a 55-plus community with beautiful panoramic views of Bradshaw, Thumb Butte, and Granite Mountains. Potter Rentals has properties available for monthly rental, all-inclusive and fully furnished, with all clubhouse amenities. Get more information today and make Prescott your home away from home at potterrentals.com.
Are you ready to grow, to build, to thrive? Take the next steps with confidence at Heartland Bank and Trust Company. We go beyond just offering banking. We work with you to understand your needs. Whether you're saving, borrowing, protecting, or growing, we offer financial solutions for both personal and business needs. At Heartland Bank, we believe every life has a story, and yours includes building a secure future. Let's write that story together. Visit Heartland Bank today at hbtbank.com. Member FDIC.
Now, let's meet today's starting lineup for your Eureka Red Devils. Introducing first, a 6'4" senior guard out of Morton, Illinois, number 4, Ben Carter. A senior forward out of Washington, Illinois, number 33, Andrew Coker. A senior forward out of La Harpe, Illinois, number 35, Max Richardson. A junior guard out of Washington, Illinois, number 5, Micah Brewer. And a 5'10" junior guard out of Kankakee, Illinois, by way of Bishop McNamara High School, number 12, Jackson Provost. The Red Devils are coached by Chip Wilde in his 19th season and assisted by Jessica Thorman and Cohen Woods and managed by Zoe Wilde.
And that's going to do it. Starting lineups for both squads. Be the usual suspects out there for the Red Devils. Brewer, Provost in the backcourt. You got Coker and Carter at the wings and Richardson to round it out in the middle for the Red Devils.
And Eureka, like we said, they'll look to stay undefeated here in conference play.
And here we go. Inside early is Johnson, and he's blocked or stripped by Provost.
Yeah, well, that's already what we're talking about. Max Richardson down in the post, and he's already showing off that defense.
And a lob pass from Coker, as he was able to get that from Carter to go. We've seen the Red Devils used to run that same play for Ben Carter the previous 2 seasons. It's now Ben Carter being the passer this time on that play, and Coker the lob threat. And a missed shot there from Temple.
Yeah, but what a great start from Eureka. You can tell the energy's a little different this afternoon.
And a foul call there. It's going to be Provost headed to the line. His first attempt at points here for the night.
Yeah, and we said it, Jackson Provost, he obviously is a good offensive player. Let's take a look at that replay. Perfect pass and execution from Coker.
And Ben Carter was laughing on the way down. I believe he threw that pass just a bit too long, and Coker couldn't slam it home, and he ended up laying it in.
And you know it. Everybody here wanted that to happen. I feel like we've been looking for that one big play, and there were a couple plays last season that were really exciting that stood out to a lot of fans.
And it's going to be Provost converting both free throws. The lead is at 4-zip in the hands of Gardner. Goring with it now, getting to that mid-range he likes so much, not able to get it.
Yeah, it was a good effort on the spin, but a little too much.
Provost from deep, not able to get that one. Ball is pulled down by Westminster. Up ahead to Jones. Speedy guard Jones. Right scoop layup is no good. Jones gonna earn himself a trip to the line there.
Eureka College basketball is made possible by City Blue Technologies of Peoria, an Epson distributor serving Central Illinois. City Blue offers Epson Precision Core heat-free printing as an alternative to laser printers. City Blue was founded in 1968 and serves more than 5,000 active customers. Learn about sustainable printing solutions from City Blue Technologies at citybluetechnologies.com.
Jones going 1 for 1, splitting those free throws on that attempt. So I say 1 for 2. Throw over to Coker. Provost being pressed there. And Richardson screening Brewer. Brewer baseline working. Caught up, trying to find the cutting Provost. Not quite able to. Goring with it now. Pushing the ball inside to Johnson. Nearly lost it. Back out to Goring. Pulls up for 3. And there's Goring on the board early with that 3-point make.
Yeah, Goring, a guy that averages about 15 points per game, and he's starting to connect from behind the arc.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe Goring had a brother who also used to play for Westminster at one point. Goring corner triple, no good. Ball is pulled down by Richardson. In the hands of Brewer now.
Yeah, he's going to be a guy that the Blue Jays look for a lot. He's the leading scorer on the team, averaging 15 a game.
Brewer pull-up midi is no good. Last touch by Johnson. Johnson able to save it. Brewer stole it up and under. Good there from Micah Brewer.
Yeah, and that's such a really good play. Great execution from Brewer. Able to get the basketball back and trick his defender a little bit on the fake pass.
And from deep, Gardner is able to swish home that triple. We're all knotted up at 6 apiece.
Yeah, Colton Garner against their last game for Westminster, he actually led the team with 16 points and 5 field goals.
Coker, left wing triple is good. Andrew Coker leaving it up there for the fans as he knocks down that triple.
Yeah, it seems like both sides right now just exchanging three-pointers. We know Coker, a good three-point shooter this season, had 2 of them last game against St. Francis.
It's on the move. Gardner, hop step, good, no good. Kind of faked me out there. I thought he was able to get that in the basket. Ball now in the hands of Brewer. Goring guarding him. Provost, left screen from Richardson. Richardson on a slip and pop. Provost gonna go up, take it himself. No good, it's pulled down by Temple. Goring, Euro step, making his move. He's able to score the basket. And that's gonna be an and one, a potential 3-point play here for Goring.
Yeah, and you can tell there was going to be nothing stopping him, nothing getting in his way, just the way he's able to move down the court, and you can just tell he's very aggressive.
Walker Goring, something I talked about in the pregame. He likes to get downhill, and he also loves that mid-range jump shot. He's able to use that speed and strength to just get around his defender and finish through the contact. You can tell he's a guy who lives in the weight room. Brewer with it, Coker. Carter now. Gardner guarding him. Goring also plays defense. Brewer, right wing triple is knocked down. Micah Brewer able to knock down the corner 3, and the Red Devils believe their third made 3-point basket of the game. Excuse me, their second.
Yeah, Kareem, you mentioned it. He's the 3-point shooter for this team, and he's starting to get hot.
Johnson trying to use the height advantage over Richardson. He's able to get it up and over on the second chance look.
I will say for this Westminster team, though, they are a group of guys that they do have somewhat of a height advantage. And you can see, like, after that Micah Brewer triple, just a very high arc in the shot.
Provost lost that one as he was attempting to drive. It's going to be Westminster basketball. Coach Wilde going to call a timeout, not liking what he sees from his guys. We'll take a quick timeout ourselves, and we'll be right back with basketball coverage here on ECTV.
Did you know toner powder is actually powdered plastic? And Americans consume 100 million pounds of it each year. Epson Workforce Enterprise AM series printers are powered by simple, smart, and clean precision core technology, doing away with waste-making laser printer designs and parts that end up in landfills. So you can experience less wasting, more saving. Your Epson Business First partner is City Blue Technologies in Peoria, Eureka College's official partner for sustainable printing.
Welcome back. Basketball coverage here on ECTV from the City Blue Technologies broadcast booth. Green Burnett, Matthew Swan on the call. Red Devils up by 1 early on. A little over 15 and a half remaining in this first half. It's been Walker Goring for the Blue Jays and then Micah Brewer for the Red Devils at 5 points apiece. And Drew Coker has also added his own 5-point.
Yeah, like we mentioned, Goring is going to be one of those guys. We already know he's the top leading scorer for the Blue Jays, so he's going to have to be heavily defended.
Jones scores that basket to take the lead back for the Blue Jays. Provost snaking over to Richardson. Corner triple, no good there from Max Richardson. Ball is pulled down by Goring, and he instantly pushes it up the floor.
Yeah, and that's a good job by Provost. We mentioned he's very good on the interior, and we're going to look for him to obtain some more rebounds going forward.
Micah Brewer attempting to stop and pop there. A great defense from Jones and help side from LaRose. Coker with it. Jab step getting to the basket, and he's blocked by by Johnson. Goring pushing it center court. Euro step move is good. And Walker Goring getting up and over the defender, and we're really going to have to take our time to slow him down in transition. And a great dip pass there from Jackson Provost to Richardson.
Yeah, for the most part, it's been a really positive sequence of events for the Blue Jays. Obviously, we have Johnson, sophomore. He's 6'8" with the block, but then back to Goring. Nice floater, layup for the
Jones
two.
is blocked there. I want to say Coker got that block. Carter, corner triple up, over, good. Ben Carter knocking it down from deep. Red Devils lead this game by 2.
Yeah, Carter can be pretty sneaky with his triple as well. We've seen it from time to time, and it looks like it's going to be a factor in this ball game.
Goring with it. Attacking Carter, spinning. Gives it over to Johnson. Johnson going against Richardson, up, over. And he's fouled by Coker. It'll be 2 shots for Johnson.
Eureka College basketball is made possible by Metamora Kirby Foods. They are 100% employee-owned with a deli, produce section, and meat department with its own in-house butcher. Metamora Kirby Foods is open from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. 7 days a week. They are located on West Mount Vernon Street in Metamora. Get more information at kirbyfoods.com.
Kirby Foods.
Yeah, Kareem, you mentioned it too. I think the biggest thing for Eureka here is just slowing things down. And we know that they get comfortable when they're on top, and they have been. They've had the lead for a little bit, now tied up at 17. But when they do have the lead, they start to get comfortable, and that's when they really start to excel, push the pace, which sometimes causes them to force turnovers.
And Jacob Gonzalez, Jonah Locke have checked into this game alongside Colin Delaire for the Red Devils. Goring with it. Making his move. Walker Goring not able to get that one to go. Up ahead, Carter, baseline. Gonna take the bump. It's gonna be LaRose picking up that foul call.
Yeah, again, now it's pretty much both sides who are starting to turn things up. And this is usually how it goes for when we really pay attention to these men's Eureka basketball games. But we've seen now a couple times where Eureka's been able to pull off a move, get somebody wide open, really close to the basket.
And Colin Delaire cutting, able to get the foul.
Yeah, it's always good to see Delaire fight through contact. He's good. He's a great player at driving to the basket. Great speed, great agility. And he's a very crafty player as well.
Colin DeLary at the line. And DeLary, he got some high top Kobe 10s on. Some of my favorite basketball shoes of all time. Kobe Bryant being my favorite basketball player of all time. Rest in peace, Kobe. DeLare not able to get anything on that trip at the line. Crossover move there, quick move by Sanchez, and the floater there from Hendricks is no good.
Yeah, I feel like that was a rushed shot from Hendricks. He really went up with one hand, didn't have a lot of control on the basketball. A great move by Provost. Another 2 to his afternoon.
Jackson Provost picking up where he left off last game. He's up to 6 points. Go ring from behind the arc, no good. And ball is in the hands of Provost. Up ahead, Loft with it, stop, pop, transition triple, no good. And ball is pulled down by Gonzalez. Provost on the drive, not able to get it, but he'll head to the line for 2 of them.
Eureka College basketball is made possible by Heartland Bank and Trust, serving 48 communities throughout Illinois and eastern Iowa, including Washington, Metamora, El Paso, Germantown Hills, Carlock, and in Eureka. Their main branch is on Main Street downtown, and their drive-up and ATM nearby on Center Street. And find Heartland Bank and Trust anywhere at htmbank.com.
Provost at the line. Knocks him down. Red Devils now lead this game by 5. 12 minutes of gameplay remaining in this first half.
Yeah, and Kareem, I think what's been really difficult for Eureka, great pick there by Provost.
Not able to get that one as he was fading away on that floater. Red Devils have to get back. Rose has it now. Up ahead, inside to Phillips. Phillips up and over. He's able to score the basket, cut the lead down to 3.
But I think what's been really difficult for Eureka is a lot of the time they tend to trail at halftime, and I feel like that puts them in kind of a negative mindset. So if they can continue to just push like DeLary just did there, get open looks right underneath the basket, and lead at halftime, I feel like they'll be off to a really positive start.
Larry able to score that basket, pushing the lead back up to 5. Ball now in the hands of Sanchez. The speedy guard, tight roping baseline. Out, pull up midi is good. It's Temple making that shot.
Yeah, Temple looked like he hesitated a little bit, and there was a glitch almost in his shot, but he's still able to knock it down.
Loft, right wing triple, no good. Pulled down by Phillips, now in the hands of Sanchez. Sanchez just has a burst of speed. You can tell even when he isn't at full throttle, just seems to be moving faster than a lot of the other guys out there.
And you can probably imagine he has really great stamina as well. It looks like he's been moving pretty quickly for quite some time.
They'll take a timeout. We'll take one as well. We'll be right back with basketball coverage here on ECTV.
State Farm helps make renters insurance simple. Our agents are dedicated to understanding your needs to help you choose the right coverage.
Call State Farm agent Randy Bagoli in Peoria today.
With State Farm Home Insurance, you can get the help you need from a local agent if things get complicated, and from our easy-to-use app whenever you need it.
Call State Farm agent Randy Bagoli in Peoria today.
And welcome back to the broadcast here on ECTV. Kareem Burnett, Matthew Swan on the call. Red Devils lead this game by 3. Just a bit over 10 minutes remaining in this first half. And Matthew, I would say this is the best 10 minutes of Red Devils basketball I've watched personally so far this season. What's been going good for the Red Devils?
Yeah, I feel like, despite the fast pace, they've been able to pretty much take advantage of the opportunities that have been presented to them. And, Westminster, they have a lot of great guys. We keep talking about Goring and Sanchez. He's really quick, but the Red Devils seem to, at least for now, pretty much be under control. And I feel like that's kind of what they're going to have to do if they want to come out with a win.
And it's now in the hands of Gardner. Sanchez with it. Temple wanted inside. Sanchez getting to the midi, kicks it, swings it. Temple from deep, and it's good. That was Gardner making that three.
Yeah, and you have really great court awareness from Sanchez as well, kind of with a backhanded pass almost.
Loft getting inside, kicks it. Dylan Logsdon is checking to this game for the Red Devils. Logsdon with it, 13 on the shot clock. Inside Gonzalez, right block, posting up Sanchez, rises up, no good. Got a lot of vert on that shot. Up ahead, now in the hands of Gardner. Making his move against Logsdon, pulls up, free throw range, no good. And offensive rebound and hook shot basket made by Phillips. Red Devils down by 2 now.
Yeah, there's a lot of sloppy shooting going on between both sides right now, and you can tell the intensity is picked up. We wanted it to happen, and we're seeing it happen, but it's forcing both sides to take a lot of off-balance shots.
Loft, pull up mid-range, good. Going Loft, able to cash that one in. LaRose with it. Rejects the screen, pick and pop action. And Temple not able to get anything on that one. Nearly lost it, the Red Devils. And we're gonna get an offensive foul. Excuse me, a defensive foul. That foul gonna go against LaRose. Excuse me, against Sanchez. Sanchez will pick up that foul there. Over aggressive trying to get through that Colin Delaire screen. Right, there was some substitutions here. Blake Logsdon and Michael Brewer have checked in for the guards in the backcourt.
Yeah, we mentioned this will be a very important game for both sides. Eureka looking to stay undefeated in the SLIAC. Westminster trying to jump past the 500 mark. And that's where the aggression, the physicality starts to come into play.
Michael Brewer with it over to Logsdon. Colin Delaire. Ball gonna go out of bounds as Delaire was trying to baseline pass that to Brewer. 9 minutes of play remaining, 9:08 remaining in this ball game. Sanchez with it now for the Blue Jays. Now in the hands of Goring. Goring finds Gardner, screen from Johnson. Over to Johnson, inside, and Johnson able to score up and over the smaller Red Devil defenders.
Yeah, really great ball movement from Westminster right now.
Delaire attacking the basket. He's blocked by Johnson. Ball gonna go out of bounds. The last touch by the Blue Jays. Possession will stay with the Red Devils.
And we've seen a couple times where Goring has been able to find one of his teammates down on the floor despite pretty much being kind of huddled around. There's a lot of Red Devils down there in one area, but that hasn't stopped the Blue Jays from being able to score.
Absolutely. Colin Delaire driving it against side. Fading, and Colin Delaire scores that fadeaway basket for the Red Devils.
Yeah, nice little pump fake allows him to get inside of the arc, and then the nice step back and follow through for 2.
Logsdon with it, up ahead. Brewer making his move over to Logsdon. Logsdon baseline attacking up over past the brother Dylan Logsdon, and it's no good. Probably going to get some Dylan to Blake action on that one.
Yeah, and surprisingly, even though they share the court, we don't really see that a lot. So it would have been something really satisfying to witness.
Yeah, some Logsdon connection almost. And it's stolen there by Dylan Logsdon. He's everywhere, up over, not able to get it. A little too much on that one. Over ahead, Garner's triple is off, pulled down by Loft.
Yeah, there was a great screen from Johnson, but unable to knock down the 3.
Logsdon blocked that one. That one was blocked by Johnson. Goring tight roping that sideline. He's picked up by 2 Red Devils, and he's gonna go out of bounds. And that was a great trap there from Delaire to cut off Goring, the speedy guard.
Yeah, and again, Delaire not one of the guys that gets a lot of playing time, especially last season. This year he has picked up in terms of being on the floor, and he's made such a big impact.
Quick timeout here from the Red Devils, so we'll take a quick one ourselves. We'll be right back with basketball coverage here on ECTV.
Discover your perfect getaway in beautiful Prescott, Arizona. your home away from home at Prescott Canyon Estates, a 55-plus community with beautiful panoramic views of Bradshaw, Thumb Butte, and Granite Mountains. Potter Rentals has properties available for monthly rental, all-inclusive and fully furnished, with all clubhouse amenities. Get more information today and make Prescott your home away from home at potterrentals.com.
Welcome back to basketball coverage here on ECTV. First half, about 7.5 remaining in the game clock. We're all knotted up at 28 apiece. Red Devils have been doing their thing, but Blue Jays have stayed at bay, and that's why we're all tied up. Matt, what did you notice before we went to break?
Yeah, I think right now both teams are kind of attacking each other with a very similar game plan. They're both moving really quickly, both trying their best to get inside of the paint, get the open, easy shots. But overall, it seems like they're like I said, they're just playing the same right now, and it's kind of canceling each other out, tied at 28. So it's really going to be a matter of where does that IQ come in? Where are you going to find an open guy down on the floor?
Loft, pump fake, drives, kick, Brewer, right wing triple, no good. Delaire tapped it out, saved by Logsdon, up ahead, and Johnson gonna pick that off. Looking like an NFL DB. I could have called football.
Would have been pretty good.
It might be. And that's a rebound there from Hendricks. Drop step against Loft, getting inside. Fancy footwork. He's able to score over Loft. Westminster lead by 2.
Yeah, Hendricks just using his body at height advantage, and there's that physicality that we keep referring to.
Logsdon inside Delaire. Delaire got Johnson against him. Brewer swiveling. Loft, stop, pop, good. Jonah Loft with the top of the key triple.
Loft has such a quick catch and shoot ability, and it's really amazing. And he's been really accurate knocking down the triple.
Quick draw, Loft. Sanchez. Ball last went off of Logsdon's foot. Sanchez looking for a kick ball, but it doesn't really matter. The result would have been the same nonetheless. And we got a near Batum swap here for the Red Devils as 4 of the 5 starters check back in. Micah Brewer already out there. We got Carter, Coker, Provost, and Richardson all coming back into the game for the Red Devils.
Yeah, and I will say the substitutions, I'm not going to say they're limited, but they are very, very short for a lot of these starters.
Rochester has checked into this game for the Blue Jays. Johnson with it, and Johnson definitely traveled on that play, but instead it's going to be a foul call. And I would like a second look at that. It looked like Johnson has some extremely awkward footwork.
Yeah, there's been a couple times just, already feels like kind of each side is getting away with their own fair share of calls.
Got a question, Matt.
Yeah.
Why don't we call it feet work? You use both of your feet. We only call it footwork.
That's a really good shower thought that I have it's never even crossed my mind before.
Never heard no one refer to footwork as feet work. Yeah, it's good feet work. No one has ever said that. And I've never seen a guy just use one foot as Micah Brewer rises up and misses that jump shot. Rochester up, over, and good. Micah Brewer fouled him on the way up.
I was just going to say, I'm not sure if I like that matchup. Micah Brewer going up against Rochester, who is 6'5", and
you know what?
It's interesting.
I'll be the one to say it. That was some good feet work, Matt.
It'll catch on eventually. Yeah, Rochester almost like 5 inches taller than Brewer. That'll be a matchup that Rochester wins 95% of the time.
Wonder if I can get that copyrighted. First guy to say feet work on air. Goring stole that miscommunication between Richardson and Provost. Rochester over to Goring. And Goring getting up and over the Red Devils. Red Devils now trail by 7. Coach Wilde gonna take a timeout here. We'll take a timeout ourselves, then we'll be right back for these final minutes of first half coverage on ECTV.
Are you ready to grow, to build, to thrive? Take the next steps with confidence at Heartland Bank and Trust Company. We go beyond just offering banking. We work with you to understand your needs. Whether you're saving, borrowing, protecting, or growing, we offer financial solutions for both personal and business needs. At Heartland Bank, we believe every life has a story, and yours includes building a secure future. Let's write that story together. Visit Heartland Bank today at hbtbank.com. Member FDIC.
And welcome back to basketball coverage here on ECTV. Cream Burnett, Matthew Swan on the call. Red Devils trail this game by 6, 31-37. 5 minutes remaining. Red Devils were just winning, now down by 6. Matt, what has happened in these last 2 or 3 minutes?
Yeah, really the Blue Jays are starting to pull away a little bit here, but I mean, we just saw before we took a timeout, Goring again, just fighting through contact and getting to the rim, and he was even a little hyped up after letting out a nice little scream in front of the Eureka fans. But that's specifically for the offense for Westminster. But you know, we take a look at Eureka, and they're just moving too quickly. It's something we see them do almost every single game. They just have to slow down before this lead gets too out of hand.
Absolutely. Goring is a physical, speedy, athletic, aggressive guard, always putting pressure on the ball offensively and defensively. So you really have to match his intensity. And Sanchez misses that one. And we got Coker battling down low with with Hendricks. It'll be Red Devils possession.
Yeah, again, there's some more aggression that we're looking for. Coker, not usually a guy we see too much of it from, but he knows exactly how to show that when it's needed.
And Jones checking into this game for Sanchez. Coker with it. Carter finds the cutting Provost. Provost swing pass, Brewer. Brewer not able to get that one. Provost offensive rebound. Dish to Richardson and good. Jackson Provost with some great swing ability to find the open man, not once, but twice.
Yeah, and I'd like to see some more ball movement here from Eureka because they are so good at it when they know how to show it.
Jones with it inside to Johnson. And I don't think that was a foul against Richardson. I just think Johnson kind of slipped and lost his footing.
Well, and Richardson's claiming that he was grabbed. So, again, maybe another one of those missed calls.
3:52 remaining. They'll take a timeout, but we won't take a timeout. We'll stay here ourselves, kind of talk things over. Red Devils down by 2, but this has been a great game to call so far, Matt. A lot of back and forth. We had some highlight plays, some fundamental plays, some good plays. What have you liked from just the overall experience of this game?
Yeah, I feel like there's been, for the most part, a lot of balanced scoring. We're not necessarily tied, but Eureka only down by 2. And specifically from Westminster, they have the ability to rebound aggressively. It's something that Eureka struggles with. We talked about in the pregame, but we're seeing a lot of defense and players being really active, and that's going to be something they're going to have to keep doing, especially if Eureka wants to keep this one close.
Absolutely, Matt. We'll see if they're able to stay into it. Only a 2-point game. With just under 4 remaining in this first half, things can go either way. The Red Devils have looked like a good team so far, but so has Westminster. This what happens when two teams that are evenly matched compete against each other, get a lot of back and forth. At the end of the day, it comes down to who can make the right plays at the right time to win the game. And it'll be Johnson at the line here, trying to increase that lead for the Blue Jays. He's able to switch home that one.
Yeah, you know what's impressive about Johnson, too? He's only a senior, and he's getting a lot of minutes on the floor, which I think is pretty impressive. He's already a starter, so it's going to be interesting as his career develops.
Richardson finds the cutting Provost. Provost fading, no good. Pulled down there by Gardner. Excuse me, that was Temple who pulled that one down. Temple now open, stop, pop, quick draw, no good, not able to get anything. Johnson gonna step out of bounds. It's gonna be Red Devils, we're gonna get a foul going against Richardson.
Yeah, and that's just the second time in about a minute Richardson has been called for a foul.
Richardson disagreeing with the refs on that call. Johnson going to the line here. Richardson going to come out of the game for Colin DeLary. Johnson not able to get that free throw. Lead will remain at 3. Brewer with it. Micah Brewer. And DeLary looking for the cutting Provost, but ball was tipped by the long arms of Johnson. Jones using his speed, getting inside, pulls up for the close range jumper. No good. Coker retrieves it. Provost from deep, no good.
And the Red Devils right now, they're making all the right plays. Provost using the screen. They just have to execute and really finish that play.
LaRose with it. Temple making his move. Up, over, no good. Provost pulls down the rebound. Jackson Provost getting inside, stopping, fading, good. Jackson Provost able to get it up and over his defender.
Man, Kareem, how many times have we seen that same play from Provost? It works most of the time. He's so good, and it's almost like an instinct for him now.
Provost is so decisive at using his body, turning his back away from the ball, defending against the defender, as Garner missed that shot right there. Yeah, Provost just great at using his body to shield the ball from the defender and get his shot up and over at will.
Coker a little frustrated after that play. Could have had it.
1 point lead here for the Blue Jays.
You know, I do think I have to say, despite Eureka's record, I feel like they're always one of the more competitive teams.
Absolutely, as Goring is able to bank that one in off the glass.
Yeah, that'll put him up to 11 points now, and he just continues to be a threat down on the floor.
Provost over to Coker, thought about it. Coker attacking, and Coker tried to put him on a poster, but instead gonna go to the line to shoot 2. And I can tell the moment he got it off that pump fake, Coker was gonna try to make a highlight play.
Would have been pretty sweet if he was able to knock it down, but like you said, he'll have a shot for 2.
Zach Cater is checking into this game for the Red Devils. Checking in for Michael Brewer. Coker not able to get that second free throw to fall. Lead will remain at 2 for the Blue Jays. Inside, it's Phillips scoring that basket, pushing the lead up to 4. 66 seconds of game clock remaining. Provost backing down Walker, getting inside, out Carter, triple, ringing in and out, Dallaire skying in for that rebound. We got a foul on the ground, I believe, gonna go against Phillips. Excuse me, they're gonna say Dallaire stepped out of bounds. So it will be Blue Jays basketball. We got a timeout coming from the Blue Jays corner, but we'll stay here. Just over 49 seconds remaining. Red Devils trail this game by 4, Matt.
Yeah, and you know, right now, there is a lot of momentum on the side of the Blue Jays, but, you know, only down by 4, and it's still a very close game. There's times I feel like, obviously, we go back to the Coker play and the attempt of a dunk, but unable to knock it down. But you have to think maybe there's as cool as it would be to see, all he has to do kind of take it under the basket, flip it up, knock it down, and I feel like the Red Devils are trying to add a little too much spark to their play right now. They're trying too hard, and it's something that, you said earlier, you just got to let the game come to you, and I don't think they're doing that right now.
Red Devils, an entire half of basketball plus these final 49.1 seconds. Try to let the game come to them, so we'll see if they're able to execute. Goring has the rock now. Carter guarding him. Goring has put his stamp in this game. 11 points, 5 for 9 shooting. A running floater from Gardner, and it's good. Lead is increased to 6 for the Blue Jays.
Yeah, a lot of usage of the screen for Westminster. That is really giving them space to shoot around.
And it's Coker trying to attack Temple. We got a foul going against Temple.
Eureka College basketball is made possible by Randy Begole, a State Farm agent in Peoria. Randy graduated from Eureka College in 1994. He played basketball and tennis and was also a member of the Teak fraternity. Randy has been serving State Farm customers since 2001. His office is located at the corner of Knoxville and Forest Hill in Peoria. You can also reach him at 309-322-8150 or at randybegole.com. That's Randy, BEGOLE.com.
Coker at the line. Switches home both of them. Lead is cut down to 4. Loft checking in for Dallaire these final 18 seconds. Goring. Temple pushing it center court. Stopping, looking for Goring. Finds him. 11 seconds on the clock. Over the Rose. Gardner with it now. Rises over Cater. And a 4-point play potentially here for Gardner as he just rose up and Cater got caught with his hand in the cookie jar, and not how you want to end a quarter, Matt.
Yeah, and I'm not really sure what Cater's idea was behind that play because, I feel like you can tell Westminster was going to go up for a big shot. They were going to try to increase the lead going into the half, but Cater, he didn't really even try to hide the fact that he committed that foul. He had his hand on his opponent the entire time. Yep. And it pretty much just held it there. I'm not really sure what the thought process was.
That's a 4-point swing for Westminster. Now Ben Carter with it. Red Devils looking to get something off, and Johnson blocks that. And that's going to do it for first half coverage. Red Devils trail this game by 8. Matt, what went wrong for the Red Devils in those last 4 minutes?
Yeah, they're really just starting to increase their intensity, but they're moving too fast for their own liking. It's causing them to force a lot of shots and overall a lot of sloppy basketball, but between both sides, not just Eureka. And hopefully coming into the second half, they'll be able to clean that up and have a better game plan.
And that'll do it for first half coverage. Second half coverage here will begin shortly on ECTV from the City Blue Technologies broadcast booth.
Passion's love. Passion is love for what you do. Because I think when you face challenges, it comes down to how much you want it and how much you love it. Passion is what keeps you going forward. Seeing so many people that were like-minded and so hardworking in their sport and academics, being surrounded by like-minded people makes you want to be more passionate. I think it pushes you to a different level that maybe you didn't think you had. And you can do the best of both worlds and love all of it.
It's late, you're up, and so are we. Welcome to episode number 3 of Midnight with Matty Ice. And this time I have my fellow broadcast partner, Kareem Burnett. Kareem, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good, Matt. It is a bit warm in this studio. We're talking about it, but I'm actually doing good today. How about yourself?
I'm doing pretty good. I think as you know, we had some trouble last
did.
episode with my microphone specifically, but I think we have that fixed up now, and I'm very excited to have you on the show. Are you excited to be on the show?
I'm super excited, Matt. I'm proud of you for doing this. I'm already a fan, and I had to be on here, and I'm glad to be the third guest.
Yeah, like I said, this was something I just kind of started for fun, and a lot of people ended up texting me, and now it's something that, who knows, maybe I can submit to the IBS and get some awards for, according to Dr. Malone. But yeah, we'll go ahead and get started. So you originally attended Lincoln College. Unfortunately, they did close down, but now you're here at Eureka, which is great. So what kind of moved you to get into sports broadcasting?
We kind of talked about this before, but when I was a kid, about 6th grade, when I was maybe 11 or 12 years old, I never forget this story. Me and my granddad were watching the Bulls, and it was a Jimmy Butler interview. This is like right when he started to blow up as a player. And they interviewed him, and then my granddad kind of did like a mock interview with me, like if I was an NBA player or whatever. And then while doing it and answering the questions, he's like, yeah, I did good. And I'm like, dang, I kind of like this. Mm-hmm. And then that was around the time I really started to fall in love with basketball. It all just fell into place. And then when I got to Lincoln, I was presented the opportunity where I was told that at some point I could possibly have the opportunity to, call a game. And I'm like, it's kind of like a childhood dream at this point. And it all happened, and now we're here.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, you are a sports broadcaster here at Eureka. You've had the chance to do some of those amazing things, but like I said, you're a very successful broadcaster.
A little bit.
And you have a whole resume almost of awards, specifically Best Radio and TV Live Game Sports Broadcast. That was a part of the IBA, which you and I were both at. Like I said, it was the first time that I ever went to one of those awards shows. And yeah, you also took top honors in the best category of Best Video Play-by-Play for sports broadcast for Eureka College men's basketball. As you know, with Spencer Davis, one of your fellow friends and also a big broadcaster himself. But yeah, I mean, just hearing your name called at the award show, what's going through your head, especially after all the preparation that goes into a game?
Yeah, I was super excited, just us being voted in, like being a finalist. I know it's kind of cliche to say, and, Dr. Malone was telling us as we was there, like, even if you don't win, it's an honor just to be represented or, voted in as a finalist, which it truly is. It's students from all over the state, all over the country, participating, trying to get in, and just to be called as top 3, top 5, or whatever is an honor. But I'll be lying if I didn't say in the back of my head I wanted to win, especially, at that point Spencer had graduated, and that was his last chance to, kind of get one of those awards. I'm pretty sure he already had one at that point the year before I think he won. But, kind of wanted to send my boy off good, and I wanted to win myself. So when we got called up, I was just like, dang, I knew we had a good chance of winning even before, we were promoted as a finalist or advertised as a finalist. After that Greenville game, me and Spence was like, this kind of one of our best games. I feel like we did our thing or whatever. So it was a full circle moment, and I was super excited. I kept my composure, but it was a happy moment. I was super proud of that.
Yeah, and I'm sure the adrenaline was rushing. Like you said, there's a lot of competitive schools that end up getting, nominated at these award shows, and overall it's just a really fantastic achievement. So good on your part for being able to accomplish that. But yeah, there was actually a youth program that you attended, and I know you and I talked about this a little bit before the interview here. But at this youth program, you were awarded a certificate of recognition because of your ability to overcome circumstances and achieve success. Kind of tell me how you got put in that place to begin with, and then how important of an award is that to you?
It's crazy that we talk about this because the person who runs the program is my mentor. He was my history teacher in high school, Johnny Dorsey. He still works at my high school, Urban Prep Bronzeville. He works at that campus. Shout out Johnny Dorsey, father figure, mentor, teacher, whatever. He's been in my life since I was about 15. I got nothing but love and respect. And he actually called me this morning. He got some things going on with the program. He's going to throw a banquet, and he wanted me to speak at the banquet. It's going to be November 8th. So I'm super excited about that, and that kind of all go in together. But yeah, I got the award because me and some more of my friends, my other friend got the award too, my close friend, Anthony Lofton. Shout out, Ant. But basically, we were part of the startup version of the program before it was officially the program. And, you know, Mr. Dorsey kind of wanted to reward us for that. And specifically, he chose me because in 2021, a lot of people know my younger brother, he passed away. And my mentor, Mr. Dorsey, he was kind of there for me throughout the process or whatever. And basically the award was his way of, you know, showing that he appreciated me and he was proud of me for the adversity I went through, you know, still pushing through, going to college, pursuing a degree, despite, you know, everything that was going on in my personal life. So that was really the gist of the award. It's like something I hold very near and dear to me just because of the person it came from and the circumstances of the award. So I'm super proud of that. That's one of the things I hold highly.
Yeah, well, you should be proud of yourself. I'm definitely proud of you, especially, you know, being able to work with you for a year, almost a year and a half, and just seeing everything that you're able to accomplish.
Appreciate it, Matt.
But yeah, you mentioned, actually, you just mentioned you're going to get a chance to speak. Again, I mean, you are a communications major, so it kind of plays a big part into what you do here at Eureka. But a couple years back, you actually had the opportunity to speak at the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. program here at the college. So how did you kind of receive this opportunity? And again, what does speaking at that event mean to you?
Oh, that was amazing. I'll never forget that conversation. It was the old dean here, Dean Norris Chase. I still keep in contact with Dean Chase. That's my guy. Shout out to Dean Chase. But yeah, he contacted me and two of my other buddies that had graduated at this point, Joshua Howard and Kenneth Miles. And he was like, you know, excuse me. This was during winter break. He's like, we got this Martin Luther King coming up, you know, in the second semester. I would be honored if you guys would want to speak. And we just was all on board. Immediately, obviously, it's Dr. Martin Luther King, not just one of the greatest black people and black minds, but one of the greatest people to ever bless this planet, ever bless Earth. So I was honored to speak at it. And this is something that I had been internally battling with, like public speaking. I had got used to speaking on and being in front of a camera, but speaking in front of a crowd of people, you know, that was still something that I was trying to, you know, overcome. So I took that on as a challenge, and it was super fun. I was super proud of it, you know, being whenever you're able to represent a person like Martin Luther King is just awesome. And I was able to tie my own life into that, you know, some own personal things of mine into how Martin Luther King has affected me. And then being able to do it with my two buddies who I came here to Eureka with, it was just an awesome day. And yeah, that really helped me going further as a public speaker and as a broadcaster in general, being able to relate what I'm talking about to my personal life. That's something that I learned to do while doing that speech. So it was a great all-around moment.
Yeah, and that was actually going to be my follow-up question. But like you and I were talking earlier too, and one thing you mentioned was that, you know, it is a little bit different doing play-by-play versus speaking, you know, actually having to face an audience and speak almost face-to-face. So it is definitely a hard thing to do, but you're able to do it, which is always a good thing. You mentioned a little bit earlier, you're being a basketball fan. You've had some basketball experience playing-wise. First of all, what is your favorite basketball team?
My favorite basketball team, obviously, the Chicago Bulls. It's been the Chicago Bulls since I've started watching basketball. I'm from the west side of Chicago, so it was born and bred into me. You know, it would almost be a sin if I wasn't a Bulls fan. Now, obviously, that's not the only team or player I follow. I would consider myself a part-time Celtics fan since Jason Tatum is kind of like my favorite new age player. Russell Westbrook is my favorite player, but my boy kind of on his way out. We're going to try to get a job before the season over with it. I love you, Russ. But, yeah, so I would say kind of a part-time Celtics fan, but diehard Bulls fan to the end.
That's a great answer. And then to follow up with that, you obviously have some playing experience, as you mentioned. How early did you start actually playing basketball?
Okay, so me and my brothers and my friends from my neighborhood, we started off playing football first. We actually were signed on to play for an actual community football team, but we never ended up playing. But we would always play around the neighborhood. And at about 5th or 6th grade, we started to make that transition where everyone was playing basketball. I remember that's around the time my big brother got on the basketball team. When I was in 5th grade, he was in 6th grade. And I remember going to his games, not really being that interested at first, but it's like once everybody started playing basketball, I was like, I kind of felt left behind. And I was like, I got to catch up. And the way I was able to catch up was not necessarily skill-wise, but I'm like, I'm just going to learn everything I can about basketball. That way, if we ever talking about basketball or whatever, I know what I'm talking about. And we talked about this before, but it's cliche or to some it may sound dumb, but NBA 2K was my best friend during that time. They had all the players, new and old. They had all their achievements, their accolades, their stats. And I would just be on that thing for hours, just scrolling players and NBA teams, their history, learning who had the award for what. And it was I can't remember the name of it, but it was like a line of children's book around that time that specified certain players. I remember I read one on Tom Brady, and I read one on Wilt Chamberlain. And this is when I first learned what the acronym GOAT mean, greatest of all time. And it was just talking about Wilt Chamberlain, his achievements. So yeah, man, that's really how I fell in love with basketball, trying to play catch up. And then I kind of just shot over everybody in terms of knowledge. Now, skill set actually playing, I was not the best. I was not the greatest. I played my role. I did play in high school, my sophomore and my senior year. My freshman year, I didn't make the team, unfortunately. Sophomore year, I came off the bench. Junior year, I didn't play. But by senior year, I was a starter. So that's something I can always be proud of for myself, that I did actually was a starter on the varsity basketball team. Like I said, I wasn't the greatest. I wasn't the best. I'm not going to, act like I was, but I was a starter. That's something nobody can take away from me. So, yeah.
That's exactly right. And I'm sure you're definitely better than I was, because I don't know if I told you, but I used to play basketball. And the highest level I got was middle school. But when I played, I didn't really know the actual rules of basketball. I had almost 10 travels in a single game, and that obviously wasn't going to help me out as a basketball player, but my team did end up going 10-0.
Yeah, you told me this. So you can always look back and say you're undefeated in basketball. Exactly. You never lost.
Exactly. And nobody has to know how bad I played.
That kind of reminds me, like when I started first playing basketball and learning the rules, I didn't know. I remember me and my cousin would always get into this argument, because there's a rule in basketball, a double dribble. If you dribble with two hands, or you dribble, pick it up, and then dribble again, it's a double dribble. Now, I used to do this all the time, but I thought it was only double dribbles if you moved. So I would dribble, pick the ball up, and like, you can't dribble again. And I would dribble again, they were like doubles. I'm like, how? I didn't move, I didn't go anywhere. But I learned, obviously, you can't dribble again at all. You have to pass it or shoot it.
Yeah. And I think you might have told me this earlier, but did you play baseball at all? Because I know you don't like baseball. Playing it specifically.
Here's the baseball story. It was, I forgot what guy, he had signed like a major deal in baseball. It was a black baseball player. Mm-hmm. And all my aunts, I got like 6 or 7 aunts, they had learned this or whatever. And they was like, yeah, we see y'all only play football and basketball like a lot of black kids. Y'all don't play baseball, and baseball make the most money. And we was like, okay, like what are you telling? And they literally forced us for like a month to play baseball. Like they would hold practices for us and scrimmages and things like that in my granddad's backyard and in the lot next to my granddad's yard. And we hated it because it was so forced. But the thing that got me, and both of y'all have played basketball, y'all can't see, but Drew is behind the camera, y'all gonna laugh at this. I was so upset that I couldn't wear the glove on my right hand because I'm right-handed. They're like, no, you gotta wear it on your left hand. I'm like, I can't catch with my left hand, I'm right-handed. Like, what are y'all talking about? And then
Welcome back to the broadcast here on ECTV. Kareem Burnett, Matthew Swan, 2 happy guys on this broadcast right now. Red Devils trail this game by 8. It was a 4-point play from Gardner that sent us into halftime. Let's see if the Red Devils can come out and respond. As Gardner immediately shoots another 3, and now the Red Devils find themselves down by double digits. 7-point swing going back to the end of first half.
Yeah, the Blue Jays ended the first half with some intensity. It looks like they're carrying some of that into the second half as well.
And Red Devils, not how you want to end a half or start a half. They now find themselves down by double digits, and we have a man down as Jones took a hard bump from Brewer. He's still down, slow to get up. Might have just got the wind knocked out of him.
I was going to say, it didn't look like that bad of a hit, but yeah, it could have maybe his stomach, and obviously that is never going to feel good. So,
have you ever had the wind knocked out of you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. Yeah. That's one of the worst feelings. Like you literally can't breathe.
Yeah, it's not good.
Sanchez is going to check in for Jones as he's on the sideline and try to get some recovery over there from the medical staff. Temple with it. Hands off Gardner. Nearly lost it. Goring with it. Screen from Johnson. Rejects the screen. Up over Carter. Good. And Here come the Blue Jays with now a 13-point lead, and that's 9 straight points, 9-0 run going back to the end of that first half for the Blue Jays.
Yeah, and the Red Devils are playing somewhat of a dangerous game by allowing Westminster to get these open looks.
And Richardson a miss midi, but able to get it back with the tip from Coker. He's able to score the basket. Johnson instantly posting up Richardson, up and over, missed that one, got his own board. And we're gonna get a foul call. We have a replay here. And Brewer kind of ducked some of that shoulder and elbow off into Johnson's stomach / chest area. And Johnson getting a sip of water on the sideline now, trying to recover.
Eureka College basketball is made possible by Potter Rentals of Gilman, Illinois. Owned and operated by Ernie and Barb Folkers-Potter, both Eureka College class 1965. Potter Rentals offers both residential and commercial property rentals, including vacation rentals in beautiful Prescott, Arizona. You can get more information on their website at potterrentals.com.
Johnson switches home that free throw. Lead is now at 13 in favor of the Blue Jays. Brewer. Jones is checked back into this game. They will recover from that bump he took a few minutes ago. Carter on the left elbow, should I say. Coker with it now. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Carter with it. Back to Coker, looking for Richardson inside. Not able to find him. Coker dancing with him. Red Devils got to get something up. Richardson from deep won't get it. And it's going to be in the hands of Goring. Brewer did a good job of stopping what would have been a potential fast break.
Yeah, and again, you see the physicality, Red Devils doing their best to obtain these offensive boards.
And Garner getting his own offensive board off a missed floater. Fortunately, he was able to miss the second attempt as well.
And, you know, after a defensive stop, this is where Eureka really needs to come through and get some points.
Richardson. Nothing. Provost fading away, not able to get it. Johnson pulls it down. Up ahead to Goring. Johnson, 7th rebound of the game, flirting with a double-double. And Goring gonna get to the line.
Yeah, again, Goring already 13 points in this game, and he's been able to shoot the ball really well, but also, you know, we keep going back to it, just being able to fight through contact.
Absolutely, Goring, a player who thrives on contact. Almost like he's attempting to draw contact and get to the line, or at least finish through it. He's been able to do that tonight. 13 points, make that 14 points.
And you can definitely tell that is his game too. I mean, he looks like the guy that you would expect to want to be physical on the floor.
Absolutely. And been covering Goring for the past 3 seasons in the SLIAC. And he's a player. He's actually been one of my favorite players to watch in the SLIAC. I like his play style, his aggressiveness on offense and defense, how he attacks the paint in transition and in half court. And I love guys who have that in-between game, that mid-range game. The mid-range has become a bit of a lost art in basketball at all levels. So it's good to see a guy who still likes the mid-range. Goring gonna cash on that one. He's up to 15 points, tie for leading scorer for the Blue Jays, Goring and Gardner.
Yeah, and I do feel like, especially in today's game, there is a lot of emphasis placed on the three-point game. And, you know, as impressive as it is, I find it just as impressive to be able to, you know, get in the paint, still being able to knock down shots.
And the Red Devils will take a timeout. We'll take a timeout ourselves, and we'll be right back with basketball coverage here on ECTV.
Did you know toner powder is actually powdered plastic? And Americans consume 100 million pounds of it each year. Epson Workforce Enterprise AM series printers are powered by simple, smart, and clean precision core technology, doing away with waste-making laser printer designs and parts that end up in landfills. So you can experience less wasting, more saving. Your Epson Business First partner is City Blue Technologies in Peoria, Eureka College's official partner for sustainable printing.
Welcome back to the broadcast here on ECTV. Kareem Burnett, Matthew Swan on the call. Red Devils trail this game by 15 after falling down to an 8-point deficit in that first half. It's been a 13-2 run since that 4-point play that was made by Colton Gardner in the final 6 or so seconds of that first half. Matthew, what has gone downhill for the Red Devils since that possession?
Yeah, you and I were talking a little bit, and it just goes on offense. Eureka, they're just not letting their plays develop. It feels like as soon as they cross the half-court line, they just try and get a shot out, and they're not really. I understand, you're eager to come back into this ball game, but that comes with being patient. You have to kind of let your play design do its thing, and they're not really allowing that to happen.
Jones with it over to Temple, looking for Johnson inside, not able to get it, and ball gonna stay in possession of the Blue Jays. 17-10 remaining. We got Joe Ewald getting ready to check into this game, his first minutes of the night. He comes in for Provost. Provost hasn't been able to get anything going in his second half so far. Looking a tad bit frustrated.
Yeah, and I actually don't know if you saw last game, but he against St. Francis, he had to be subbed out, and they, as soon as he gets over there, they're putting like ice on his neck and everything, and that just goes to show you how heavily involved he is and how important of a role he plays on this team.
Absolutely. Joe Ewald checking into this game for him. The Red Devils going into a 3-2 zone. It looks like to try to slow down some of that three-point shooting from the Blue Jays. Blue Jays only have 4 made three-pointers. That's all coming at the hands of Colton Gardner. Jacob Gonzalez with it. Coker screened inside to Dallaire. Dallaire spinning, fading, up, over, no good. Pulled down by Temple.
Yeah, it looks like he just came up short. Not enough force underneath that shot.
Good hustle back from Andrew Coker as he was able to get into that lane, tip the ball away. Dallaire pulls that down. Gonzalez with it. Gonzalez kicks Carter, corner triple, good. And Ben Carter with a much-needed basket from the Red Devils after a few minutes scoring drought. Red Devils needed a basket there. Cut the lead down to 12. Gardner rises up trying to match that three. Not able to get it. Gonzalez sneaking in for that rebound.
Yeah, again, that's another positive sign for Ben Carter. We know that he has the ability as Jacob Gonzalez.
And one from Jacob Gonzalez. A blur in the backcourt. Comes in, instant offense. And the Red Devils a chance to cut the lead down to single digits. And they'll take a timeout. We'll take a timeout ourselves. Then we'll be right back to cover these final 16 minutes of play right here on ECTV.
With State Farm Home Insurance, you can get the help you need from a local agent if things get complicated. And from our easy-to-use app whenever you need it.
Call State Farm agent Randy Bagoli in Peoria today.
State Farm helps make renters insurance simple. Our agents are dedicated to understanding your needs to help you choose the right coverage.
Call State Farm agent Randy Bagoli in Peoria today.
Welcome back to basketball coverage here on ECTV. Kareem Burnett, Matthew Swan on the call, and we got a replay coming out of this break. Jacob Gonzalez was able to get in transition, finish the 2 points with the foul, so a chance here at a three-point conversion to cut the lead back down to single digits.
Yeah, this is exactly where Eureka needs to find this level of energy, and they're already starting to cut back into this game with a large amount of time left to go.
Nicholas Harris Huntley alongside Nolan Kerr, both have checked into this game for the Red Devils. Gonzalez not able to get that one to go. And we got Harris Huntley battling down low, but Hendricks for that rebound. And it's going to be a foul, I believe.
Yeah, well, at least you can tell Huntley, he's pretty eager to play, already getting involved in his first 5 seconds of action.
Here's Jones with it. Goring making his move, jabbing, looking inside, swings at Jones. Ewald guarding him. And we're going to get a travel call going against Jones. Ewald was quite physical on that defensive possession, not allowing Jones to get what he wanted.
Yeah, well, we don't see a lot of Ewald, but you can tell he is a very great defender, and he was tracking that ball the entire way through that drive.
Here's Gonzalez over to Carter. Kerr with it. Ewald coming off that screen. Finds Gonzalez. Over to Kerr. 15 on the shot clock. Red Devils trying to make something happen. Carter with it now. Carter from deep. Knocked down. Ben Carter cuts it down to a single-digit lead. 7-point lead now for Westminster.
Yeah, again, Carter, I believe that's his second triple of this half, and he's really starting to heat up. 3 for 4 from behind the arc.
Jones, scoop layup, no good. Kerr has it. Red Devils picking up the momentum here. It's in the hands of Gonzalez. Carter with it now. Carter making his move, goes inside. Harris Huntley jabbing, making his move, drop step up over, no good. We're gonna get a foul call. Harris Huntley gonna go to the line to cut into that lead even further.
And the energy is starting to increase here for the Red Devil fans. Eureka College basketball is made possible by Metamora Kirby Foods. They are 100% employee-owned with a deli, produce section, and meat department with its own in-house butcher. Metamora Kirby Foods is open from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. 7 days a week. They are located on West Mount Vernon Street in Metamora. Get more information at kirbyfoods.com.
Harris Huntley switches home both free throws. Red Devils trail by 5.
Yeah, well, it seemed like Westminster had all that momentum coming into this half, but Eureka really starting to come through when it matters.
Nolan Kerr picking up the intensity. Goring, fader, no good. Gonzalez pushing it center court. Red Devils have the momentum. Gonzalez, stop, pop, midi, no good. And it's going to be pulled down by the Blue Jays. Goring trying to get to that mid-range. Thought about it. LaRose with it inside to Phillips. Phillips trying to make a move against Harris Huntley. Good defense there from Huntley.
And this is where Eureka is in complete control. They can slow things down.
Carter getting inside, 2 feet in the paint. Harris Huntley with it now. Making his move against Phillips. Driving. Harris Huntley is blocked by Phillips. Ball in possession of Goring. Huntley slow to get back. Goring snaking inside. Layup is good. And Goring able to score up and over the defense. Red Devils down by 7, 13 and a half remaining in this ball game.
Goring, a guy that he loves to play under pressure, and he is feeding into this Red Devil energy right now.
Carter with it, making his move. Long pass. A bit of a wild pass there from Ben Carter. He was looking for Huntley in that corner, but kind of overthrew it.
Yeah, I mean, again, it just goes to show, just got to slow things down a little bit. Carter, obviously, I know the anticipation is high, the adrenaline is rising, but at the end of the day, you are getting closer into this ball game. You want to try to limit those turnovers.
Sanchez with it now, looking for Phillips down low. Sanchez pushing off over to LaRose. Red Devils have really picked up the defensive intensity. Ben Carter, great defense. We're going to get a foul call, phantom foul going against Carter. And I feel Hendricks leaned into Carter more than anything on that attempt.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like there's maybe a lot of, show and not really any contact that was genuinely made, but
here's a replay. Let's look at that. foul call.
Yeah.
And I don't see a foul at all.
Yeah, there's no foul. He just kind of went with it and put on the little act. But the call will stand.
And it'll be Hendricks at the line for 2. And Hendricks making them both. The lead is up to 9 for the Blue Jays. We got a foul going against Gardner. Off-ball foul, so stay in possession of the Red Devils. Gonzalez to inbound. I got to get it in. Gets it in. Ewald with it. Over to Carter. Kerr with it now. Jabbing, driving, scooping. No good. Turns around, block. Gets it over. Ewald making his move, finds the cutting Kerr, and no good. Red Devils had momentum for a minute, like they're losing steam a bit in these last 3 or 4 possessions.
Yeah, they're only down by 9, so it's really not that big of a point differentiation, but like you said, that momentum does seem to be dying down a little bit, and those turnovers don't seem to be helping.
Good defense there from Ewald. Great defensive possession there from the Red Devils. There's going to be a foul called against Ewald. And I thought the Red Devils did a great job of playing 28 seconds of amazing defense. And the refs come here with a foul, and Coach Wilde is livid at that foul call.
No, I definitely agree. The defense is really starting to pick up here for Eureka, and that was a late whistle. I mean, I can't believe how many calls Westminster's getting. I don't want to be that guy that is always complaining about the calls, but I'm just calling what I see on the floor.
You see both Coach Wilde and Joe Ewald talking it over with the ref who made the call, looking for some form of explanation. Red Devils now back down 11. Harris Huntley with it. Gonzalez finds Carter. Carter fading on that 3, not able to get it. He tried to rise up off that action.
Yeah, again for Carter there, a little deep too, and maybe not the best shot attempt that he could have had.
And Phillips scored that bucket for the Blue Jays. Now a 13-point lead for the Blue Jays. Ewald resetting here. Over to Kerr. Inside Gonzalez. Kerr sneaking baseline. Ewald, 3-pointer is up. No good. And here's a replay. Oh, no. Now that I see it again, that's not a foul. Sanchez stuck his leg out, which is illegal, which is actually an offensive foul, if anything. You're not allowed to kick your leg out as the offensive player going up for the jump shot, and I believe that's why the call was land. As a defensive player, you have to give the offensive player space to land, but the guy can't kick his leg out. But he'll take a timeout. We're going to take a timeout ourselves, and we'll be right back with basketball coverage here on ECTV.
Discover your perfect getaway in beautiful Prescott, Arizona. Your home away from home at Prescott Canyon Estates, a 55-plus community with beautiful panoramic views of Bradshaw, Thumb Butte, and Granite Mountains. Potter Rentals has properties available for monthly rental, all-inclusive and fully furnished, with all clubhouse amenities. Get more information today and make Prescott your home away from home at potterrentals.com.
And welcome back to the broadcast here on ECTV. Green Burnett, Matthew Swan on the call. 11:05 remaining in this ball game. Red Devils trail this game by 13 after cutting the lead down to 7. Westminster has responded with their own offensive flurry to push the lead back up to double digits. Starters back out here, near starters for both teams.
Yeah, Westminster fighting through a lot of contact right now. They're getting a lot of foul calls as well, and the shots at the line is really how they're taking this one away.
Gardner with it. Inside Johnson against Delaire, and he's able to score it. Red Devils now trail 15-point deficit. Kerr hands off Loft. Ewald with it. Swings it, Kerr. Trying to get it inside Gonzaga. Gonna be knocked out of bounds. Excuse me, Gonzalez. And we got Brewer and Provost checking into this game for Ewald and Gonzagas. Jacob Gonzalez with some solid minutes there for the Red Devils. Just 2 points, but high impact on the floor. Provost with it now. Red Devils down by 15. Screen from Delaire.
I was going to say Westminster, too. They've been controlling their fouls a lot better than Eureka.
And Provost looking for some contact. Gets some contact. Gets the bucket. He'll go to the line to make it a three-point play.
Yeah, that'll be points 11 and 12 for Provost. He's now 4 for 10 from the field, shooting 40%. Again, that's the physicality we're looking for. We know he's able to get down in the paint, and he just has to use that footwork, able to knock down the shot, which he has done.
Sanchez with it. 10:04 remaining in this ball game. Sanchez hands off Goring. Screen from Johnson. Goring gets to the spot, rises up, knocks down the mid-range. Walker Goring is up to 19 points. Shooting over 50% from the field, and he's had a quite amazing game here.
Yeah, and he has such a controlled jump shot, too.
Provost rising up, no good. Pulled down by Sanchez, smallest player on the court, and he's bursting with speed as he gets into that lane. Gardner from deep, knocked down. Colton Gardner is up to 18 points, his 5th made three-pointer. He's made all 5 of the Blue Jays three-pointers. Red Devils now down by 17. Brewer, right wing triple, not able to match Gardner's 3, and ball last touch there by Hendricks, so it'll be a Red Devils possession.
Yeah, and I like the term you used there. You said match, and I feel like Eureka is trying to do too much of that. They're trying to match Westminster's level of playing. They're not really allowing themselves to kind of be themselves down on the floor, and I feel like that's why they're having a lot of trouble right now getting back into this game.
Ball is stolen there from Gardner. Provost tried to make a tight pass, and Walker Euro step over the defender's head, and he's able to score the bucket for his 21st point and 9th made basket. Kerr hands off Brewer.
Wow, I mean, Sanchez is just absolutely locking Provost up right now.
And Brewer sneaking inside, able to draw the contact. He'll go to the line. The Devils now find themselves trailing by 19, excuse me.
Eureka College basketball is made possible by Metamora Kirby Foods. They are 100% employee-owned with a deli, produce section, and meat department with its own in-house butcher. Metamora Kirby Foods is open from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. 7 days a week. They are located on West Mount Vernon Street in Metamora. Get more information at kirbyfoods.com.
Kirby Foods. Brewer cashing on the second look at the free throw. Cut the Red Devils deficit down to 18. Three-pointer is good. LaRose knocking down that three. Lead is now at 20. Excuse me, that was a two-pointer. I guess his foot was on the line. Either way, lead will remain at 20 for the Blue Jays. Logsdon finds the cutting Provost. Provost tight roping the baseline, trying to find Richardson. Ball gonna go off Richardson. And the Red Devils falling apart in these final few minutes. Coach Wilde gonna call a timeout. We'll take a break ourselves. We'll be right back. These final 8 minutes of play here on ECTV.
Are you ready to grow, to build, to thrive? Take the next steps with confidence at Heartland Bank and Trust Company. We go beyond just offering banking. We work with you to understand your needs. We offer checking options for both personal and business needs. Each choice includes free online banking, mobile banking, bill pay, debit card, and more. We believe every life has a story, and yours includes building a secure future. Let's write that story together. Visit Heartland Bank today at hbtbank.com. Member FDIC.
And welcome back to the broadcast here on ECTV. Cream Burnett with my broadcast partner, Matthew Swan. Red Devils trailed this game by 20, Matt, and it's really been the second half. Red Devils were only losing by 8 in that first half, but since then, Westminster outscoring the Red Devils 29-17 here in this second half, and it's gotten out of hand. We still have just barely under 8 minutes remaining. So the Red Devils, if they show some heart, show some fight, show some bravery, they can attempt to make a comeback and make this a competitive game, but the comeback will have to start now.
Yeah, 8 minutes is a lot of time in basketball, but like you said, Red Devils have trailed in the first half and then here in the second half as well, and those points do end up adding up and on top of each other, so they are going to have to figure something out here.
Sanchez with it, working against Logsdon. Inside Johnson. Johnson, hands off Goring. Thought about a triple, making his move. Stop, pop, midi, good. Goring, Walker Goring, just having himself a ball. I believe he's up to 23 points. Brewer over Logsdon. Blake Logsdon, that is. Sanchez guarding him, and Sanchez is an exceptional defender for the smallest guy on the court. He really does a great job at getting under the ball, and his small size is actually his advantage when it comes to playing defense. He has great defensive awareness and a quick IQ to get his hand in that ball.
Yeah, and you can see why he's such an impact on the floor, but Kareem, this is your last basketball broadcast. As you know, you were saying it earlier, and you know, you and I were talking, and just you started, you know, in college. 2021 was when you started your broadcasting career.
Ago.
So taking it all in now, and yeah, I mean, what a career, and I have to shake your hand for when you make it big.
I appreciate it.
Of course, yeah.
It, man.
Just being able to work alongside you has been really fun. So
it's been a long ride, and you know, I'm happy. I got to call games here at ECTV these last 3.5 years or so, but it would be a shame if I didn't give a shout out to where it started. Shout out to AOC TV, Lincoln College. It no longer exists, but it's where I got my broadcast started at. And I'm happy it led me here. And I'm thankful to all the viewers who watched with us throughout the years. I also have to give a shout out to my advisor, Dr. John Malone. I wouldn't have got here without him. So thank you, Malone, for everything you ever done for me. 7:09 remaining in this ball game. See if the Red Devils can send me out on the win. They're down 20 in this game, but still a lot of time left to make a comeback.
yeah, again, right now the Red Devils, and it just seems that I like what Westminster is doing, because you know they know that they're able to knock down the triple. They've already have that established, but they can also get inside the paint. They're making a lot of mid-range shots as well, and I feel like Eureka is just forced to keep shooting these long shots, and it hasn't been working for them, to be completely honest right now. Only shooting about 31% from behind the arc. So hopefully they can learn to get inside the paint. I mean, it's hard, though, when you're going up against guys like Sanchez. And I actually realized he's only 5'6". I'm taller than him, which is not something I can say a lot of the time.
It's crazy. I'm close to half a foot taller than him, and I'm nothing but 5'10". But I remember when I was a kid growing up, Nate Robinson wrote a book called Heart Over Height. And as a smaller basketball player, Sanchez is embodying that saying right now. Look at Sanchez just picking up, using his feet, getting to the spot. Michael Brewer able to get to the spot and knock that one down. We say great offense beats great defense on any day. Goring nearly lost it over to LaRose. Back to Goring. Sanchez faking that pass, gonna reset it here. Sanchez getting to the midi. Now to get it. And we got some wrap up here. Johnson and Coker. Down by 20. Walker Goring, 23 points, 4 rebounds and assists. This is field goal percentage, 10 for 16 from the field. Goring has just been making his mark on this game. In that first half, he had 11 points. He's matched that, 12 points in this second half. Still 6:38 remaining.
Yeah, and you can tell like I said, he loves playing in these kinds of atmospheres, especially, he's on the road, which for most people that would be more difficult to come in, a place that you're not familiar with and still try to be able to put on a show, but he loves that type of atmosphere. He's great playing under pressure, and he just loves feeding off of that energy.
Goring has 23. Gardner has 18 with 5 made threes, and then Johnson with 15 and 8, a near double-double, have led the way for the Blue Jays. But if you look at the roster sheet, it's been a team effort. It's everyone who's suited up today, as Brewer has fouled on that mid-range attempt. Everyone who suited up today for the Blue Jays have scored at least one basket or at least points. Sanchez doesn't have any baskets, but he does have 2 made free throws, so he's in the scoring column. That just speaks to their coaching and their culture, how they're moving the ball around and getting everyone involved.
Yeah, it's definitely a good look for Coach Creel down there, who's in his 4th season, but at the same time, you have to think the ball movement, too, has been really effective for this Blue Jays team, and they're not just relying on a single guy, which, sometimes the Red Devils are guilty of that, but they love passing the ball around. They love getting people moving around the floor, and, at times it might seem a little chaotic, but at the end of the day, they're really able to put on a show for not only their own school, but even for some of the fans here.
And here the Red Devils with it, the Blue Jays with it now. Up, and Sanchez looking for a bucket there. Instead, it'll be fouled.
Yeah, and Sanchez had almost a wide open lane there the entire time. He's able to get around a few defenders, and after that, just straight line to the basket. Sanchez, a freshman out of Springfield, Missouri, this season averaging 2.4 points per game. So, he doesn't get a lot of points on the board, but he does get a lot of minutes, and despite not scoring, he still makes an impact, as we have said over and over. His defense is probably his key factor.
Sanchez knocking down that free throw. He's up to 3 points. Sanchez is a player I have to keep my eye on throughout his collegiate career. Undersized guard who's able to get after it and make an impact, like you said, just a freshman, so still 3 other years of eligibility after this one. It's Coker with it now. A lob pass, not an actual lob. To Ben Carter, he's able to score that basket. Inside Phillips, corner to Temple, and Temple able to lay that in. 5:36 remaining in this game.
Yeah, and you can tell both sides the intensity has kind of decreased, especially on this Westminster side.
Brewer, spinning, fading jump shot, not able to get that one to go. Layup from Goring, no good. Just his 7th miss of the night. 10 for 17 from the floor. Gonzalez getting inside, up, over, not able to get that one to fall.
Yeah, so for the Red Devils, they'll, of course, finish out this game, and then in just a little bit, they'll be on the road. They play SIUE. That'll be December 14th. SIUE being another one of those really well-achieved and accomplished schools, so that'll most likely go as an exhibition game.
Go ring, dump off pass to Phillips, and Blue Jays just piling that lead on.
Yeah, they're not even needing to use all 30 seconds on the shot clock. They just get up to the rim, and again, it has to do. They're so good at finding where they need to be on the floor, and once they get to that spot, the rest comes naturally.
Gonzalez floater is good. Go ring with it, up ahead. Ewald over to Gonzalez. Gonzalez looking for the contact, gets the contact, and he'll go to the line.
I will say it's always funny to me how the players, what do they call it, flop?
Flopping.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Flopping is a part of basketball culture at this point. It is what it is.
Yeah, Jacob Gonzalez, he loves these situations as well, and even though Eureka might not come out on top this afternoon, Gonzalez still takes this time to still, stand out from other people as well. Just another one of those guys who is able to drive to the basket, have a lot of looks at the free throw line, and this is really where he starts to increase his own point total.
LaRose over to Phillips, and Phillips gonna slam it home, and his teammate's gonna let him hear it. Got that dunk. Red Devils trail by 21. Ball is over in the hands of Loft. Coker with it. Hands off Carter. Over to Loft. Nearly lost it. Gets it up from deep. Loft cashes home that triple. On the Loft with a silky smooth jump shot. They'll take a timeout, but we'll stay here and talk things over. Just 3:46 remaining in this ball game. Matthew, not really much to say. The second half kind of happened in the women's game earlier as well. Why weren't the Red Devils able to put together two great halves?
Yeah, they weren't really allowing their plays to develop. Like I said, they pretty much as soon as they get the basketball, they try to go up for any shot they can get, and it's understandable because they don't have a huge height advantage, but their opponent does. Westminster, they have a lot of guys that are able to block, and we take a look at Roman Phillips. He's one of those standout guys that he's had a couple attempts at a block, but that height advantage has really prevented Eureka from getting up to the rim, getting those closer looks. And of course, the offense for Westminster has been pretty elite from the beginning. Go-Ring, obviously, a part of that. Colton Garner, who we slightly mentioned earlier as well. But once the Blue Jays were able to score, make a defensive stop, and it happened maybe once or twice, that's really when Eureka starts to lose that intensity, and over time it allows Westminster to pull away.
Just 3:46 in this game, down 18. Not a lot of time for the Red Devils to attempt a comeback here, but we've seen crazier things in basketball happen. We'll see what will happen here. These final 3.5 minutes of play. Final 200 seconds of basketball play here. Stolen by Jonah Loft. He's up. Jonah Loft, scoop layup, no good. Might have took his 2 steps a bit early. Jones sneaking in, that's glassed by Coker, and Johnson gonna slam it home. He's able to get that offensive rebound.
Yeah, that's the second time the Blue Jays have been able to slam one down this afternoon. Johnson pretty much avenging his teammate after being blocked.
Provost with it against Goring, pulls up for the midi, no good. Ball pulled down by Johnson, now in the hands of Jones. Goring from deep, cashes that home. And Goring able to make his first 3-pointer right there. He's up to 26 points now. It's in the hands of Coker. Driving Coker and able to get that layup to go. But we'll stay here and we'll watch it live. And Brian Gold is checked into the game. His first minutes for Westminster.
Yeah, this is the part for Westminster where Coach Creel's gonna allow his younger guys to get some time and minutes on the floor. We've seen a lot of freshmen come in and in that past time out.
Driving, layup, no good, pulled down by Loft. 90 seconds of play remaining in this game. Gonzalez getting inside, able to score. Jacob Gonzalez scores that basket. He's up to 8 points. And Red Devils trapping Rochester here.
Yeah, and again for Eureka, just, you know, not the end result that, of course, they would expect, but I do feel as if they've definitely been better in this game alone when it comes to rebounding.
Absolutely, the rebound differential, at least from what I've seen, doesn't seem that crazy. And yeah, Westminster only won the rebound battle by 6, and they have a 6'8" guy on the court. Plus, Phillips isn't short himself. How tall is Phillips? Phillips is about 6'8", so 2 6'8" guys on the court. They only won the rebound battle by 6. Not half bad. And final 69 seconds here. Just going through the motions. Rochester goes up, and he's able to score the basket. Lead will remain at 21, and Ewald gets up a triple and knocks it down. Joe Ewald's been looking for that triple all night. He's able to get that one. Lead is at 18 for Westminster. Making his move, attacking, getting it up. He's able to draw the contact. That'll be Holmes Hanson going to the line.
Yeah, Hanson, sophomore out of Webster Groves, Missouri. Only a sophomore this season, so of course you can expect not a guy that typically gets a lot of playing time, only averaging 2 minutes per game. And he is looking for his first points this season.
Lead is at 19 for Westminster. Driving, kicking, Gonzalez with it.
Yeah, that'll put Gonzalez up to 10 points in this game.
Red Devils just going through the motions here in these final few seconds. And what will end up as the 8th loss, putting the Red Devils 1-1 in conference play. Ewald from deep again, not able to get that one. Gonzalez with it now, trying to get it up and over. Won't get it. Floater, no good. And that'll do it. Red Devils will lose this game 96-79. Matthew, any last second notes?
Yeah, like I said, I think throughout most of the game, especially the second half, Red Devils were trying to mimic their opponent a little too much, and I don't think the Red Devils are necessarily at that capability yet, but they have their strengths, and I feel like overall they played a solid game. They rebounded a lot better than we were used to seeing, and they'll have to take into account with them what they learned in this game and take it on the road to SIUE.
All right, our next broadcast of Eureka College basketball will be December 14th when Eureka College visits SIU Edwardsville. You can listen to that broadcast on EC 103.1. Coverage begins at 6 p.m. live from the City Blue Technologies broadcast booth. Eureka College basketball is made possible by City Blue Technologies, a leading Epson dealer serving Central Illinois. Potto Rentals of Gilman, Illinois, owned and operated by Ernie and Barb Potter, both Eureka College class of 1965. Heartland Bank and Trust, Randy Beagle, your State Farm agent in Peoria, Eureka class of 1994, and by Kirby Foods in Metamora. On behalf of my broadcast partner, Matthew Swan, this is Kareem Burnett. Thanks for watching with us. Signing out.